Hi guys, my name is Sam Pierce and this is OneSimpleMan. Thank you for watching this week's video. This week is going to be a little different. There's something that God really spoke to me about a few days ago that I feel like we need to talk about today. It's a little different from the usual format. We're going to be talking about America today. And normally I don't get into political stuff, but this is something that I've really been feeling strongly about lately. I've never really considered myself very patriotic because all my life, all I've seen and heard is how America's going downhill. We have all these problems, right now especially, what's going on in Ferguson. There are other similar incidents happening all over the country. There's always something going on. But even in the middle of that, we still have a good system. I mean, it's cracked, it's twisted, it's warped, but it's not completely broken yet. This country is set up in a way that it could run very well, could be a great thing. And, obviously I wasn't around to see it, but I believe that it has been at one point. But I want to read something that I came across this morning. It's from Galatians 4, 9 and 10. But now, after that ye have known God, or rather are known of God, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage? Ye observe days and months and times and years. Now, I'm not here to argue about the beliefs of the Founding Fathers and whether or not America was ever intended to be a Christian nation. I'm not getting into that. But the fact is that the system that was put in place when this country was founded allowed Christians to operate with the most freedom anywhere in the world at the time. And we're losing that. We still celebrate Christian holidays at Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas, things like that. But especially Christmas, there's nothing, for most people, there's nothing Christ-related about it. It's just a time for presents. And I know you've heard that over and over, and that's not what I'm getting into right now. But we've gotten to the point that what we do is no longer about God. We just go through the motions. It would turn from focusing more on God. We've turned from that to focusing more on the act of the thing itself. It's almost like a habit at this point. We might as well do something. We always do this time of year. But and it's been recently said in the past few years that we are no longer a Christian nation, and not in the sense that it was meant. But I do agree with that statement. It's an unfortunate thing, but I think we have gotten to the point that we can no longer really call America a Christian nation, and that's a sad thing. But it's not too late to turn this thing around. We may have a messed up system, but it works better than most in the world. And we need someone to step up to be a leader for this country. And I'm mostly talking about a president. We do need people in Congress positions and other spots as well. But I believe the biggest change could come from having not a nominal Christian, not someone who calls himself a Christian to get votes, but someone who is going to be actively praying and seeking God's will for the country every day they're in office. And this is not, I'm not saying we're instituting a Christian government. We're going to throw everyone else out. This is not it. This is someone who's going to make Bible-based decisions and is going to be prayerfully considering every little thing that goes on, who can make the right decisions for this country. Now this person honestly would probably go down in history as the most unpopular president we have ever had, because the first to do it is always going to face so much criticism. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you that the way things are now, the decisions that would need to be made by someone in that position would not be very popular, and there would be a ton of controversy surrounding their presidency. But this would be someone who can ignore all that and get the job done because it's the right thing, who would sacrifice their reputation and the approval of their peers and constituents to get the job done right. This would be, I hear older people talk about some of the presidents that they voted for in their time and how they were proud to vote for them. And unfortunately, I voted in the last 2 presidential elections, and I have not found a candidate that I was actually proud to vote for. And I feel like a lot of people probably vote this way too, where it's not so much, is this person the right person for the job? It's more along the lines of, well, it's not quite as bad as this other option, so let's go with the lesser of 2 evils. And we need someone who Christians will actually be able to proudly say that they voted for, because they really believe this person can get the job done right and start to turn this country around. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But I don't think that the first Christian in that position would turn everything completely around. But you lay the groundwork, you would be able to get us turned in that direction. And I know you may say, if I feel so strongly about this, why don't I do it? I'm 24. I'm 16 years away from being eligible to run. And honestly, I would rather not. But who knows, it may come to that at some point. But if any of this has really resonated with you and you feel like maybe God is calling you to this position, I want you to please just prayerfully consider it and be open to the possibility. If you are being called, you can't afford not to answer that call, and neither can the rest of the country right now. But this week, my media recommendation, actually I have 2. They're both songs. One is IGWT by Derek Minor, and the other is Hero by Skillet. And once you listen to them, I think you'll understand why. But before I go, I want to mention my church this past Sunday night had a drama team from some neighboring churches come, called Jesus Freaks, and while they were ministering to us, they mentioned that they are doing some of you may be familiar with like an angel tree kind of thing, and it's similar to that. They're collecting money to use to buy presents for needy kids in the local area and here, and they're taking cash donations to buy those presents up until December 12th. And if you're interested in donating, I'll have an address down in the description below that you can send checks to. Really appreciate any support you can give them. Alright guys, until next time, my name is Sam Pierce. I'm one simple man serving an awesome God. Thanks for watching.